The centurion had heard of Jesus and sent some of the elders of the Jews to Jesus, asking him to come and heal the servant. And when they came to Jesus, they said, "This man deserves to have you do this because he loves our nation and has built our synagogue." So Jesus went with them. He was not far from the house when the centurion sent friends to say to him, "Lord, don't trouble yourself. I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. That is why I did not even consider myself worthy to come to you, but say the word and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority with soldiers under me. I tell this one to go, and he goes, and that one to come, and he comes. And I say to my servant, do, and he does." When Jesus heard this, he was amazed, and turned to the crowd who was following him. "I tell you, I have not found such great faith even in Israel." The word from the Lord in the house of the Lord. The prophet had great faith. He knew God wouldn't let him down, and he challenged 496 of Baal's prophets and priests to a contest. We're going to burn up meat. We're going to barbecue in the backyard. You get to do anything you want to do, and your God will come down and cook your meat. And so they danced around the barbecue, probably kind of like some of our backyard parties. But they danced around and they shouted, and the prophet said, "Maybe he's asleep, yell louder." So they did, and nothing happened. And then it was his turn at the barbecue, and he said, let's make it more difficult. You know, you've seen the magicians who get in the box and get out of the box, but first they chain their hands and their ankles and they chain the box. Well, he wanted to make it a little difficult, so he said, "Pour 40 gallons of water on the beef. Now pour 40 more gallons on the beef." And again, pour 40 more on there, on the beef and on the wood. And he said, "God, I know you're there. I know you will never let me down." And God cooked the meat just right. And he proceeded to kill 496 of Baal's priests. So it has a happy ending. Those are the kind of stories that tell us about what we can do if we have enough faith to believe. The centurion wasn't a Jew, but he had heard about Jesus, and he understood that the stories about Jesus involved people who would believe in him enough to let him change their lives. He said, "You don't need to come. You don't have to touch my servant. You don't have to see my servant. Just say the word and it's done." Oh, to have faith like that. You go to the banker and say, "Just have faith, the loan will get paid." Go to the utilities and don't turn it off, it'll get paid. We can't have that kind of faith in the concrete things in our life, because the things in our life fail us. The things in our life are not tried and true. The things in our life will let you down. But your faith will make you whole. Your faith will never let you down. Your faith will build you up. If you really have faith in God, if you truly have faith in the words of Jesus Christ, nothing will get you down. Oh, you go back for medical treatments, and then they tell you, "Oh, we got something else. We got to do this and we got to do that." But if you can truly believe that Christ is on your side, you can overcome those things. You can overcome the problems of this day. I'm not saying you're going to be healed. I'm not saying you're going to be cured. I'm not saying there will be more problems in our life. I'm simply saying that you'll overcome them through the love of Christ. He's simple. He's easy to understand. Almost impossible to follow. And yet he asks us day after day, Every time we stop and pause and think, every time we say a prayer, he's reminding us that faith in him is all that it takes. Ezekiel had faith in God, and God delivered the message that he wanted to give to the people around him. It wasn't for he didn't celebrate because he got some beef cooked right. He celebrated because the people of Israel saw the power of God and could turn back and believe again. It's all about being able to believe. We let each other down every once in a while. We don't always keep our word quite the way we thought we would. We don't always come through on a deal quite the way we thought we would. And so we let each other down. But have confidence. Have sureness. Have solid belief in your faith in Christ, because he'll never let you down. You may turn away and feel like he's gone. You may look the other way and decide, I'm all alone. But you're not. You're never all alone. Christ is always there, waiting for you to have the faith of the centurion, to have the faith of Ezekiel, to have the faith of the children of Israel who were sold into bondage and rescued, who were put into slavery and rescued. Always there. What more can we ask for the love of God except it's always there? We didn't have to go hunt for it. It's always around us. We don't have to beg for it. It's always around us. We don't even have to pay for it. It's always there. What a great gift. What a wonderful, powerful gift is that. He loves us enough to respond to our faith in him. Hey, 50 years together. We only got 64, so we're way ahead of us. Oh, I guess we're way ahead of you. Whatever it is. Now, I could ask for a confession and say, have you ever let her down? But I'm not going to put you in that corner, dude. And you don't dare ask me either. I've let my wife down a time or two. And anybody who says they have a personal relationship with people has been let down or have let people down. Because we're not perfect. So we can't demand perfect faith. Christ is. And our faith in him is perfected in him. Isn't it great? You're never alone. Whatever it is, whatever the problem, whatever the travail, whatever, Christ is there with you. You're never alone. I used to travel weekdays. I flew out on Monday morning and flew back on Friday night, and I would stop to get a meal at a restaurant. And I timed myself. It was 7 minutes from the time they put the food in front of me till I was back in my car. So I hated to go in a restaurant. I would walk in a restaurant and look around, and if there was somebody by themselves who wasn't already eating pie, I would go and say, can I sit with you? And it was amazing. Oh yeah, sit down. The wonder of wonders is when we come to the communion table, it reassures us we will never be alone again. We'll never dine by ourselves again. For Christ said, each time you do this, do it in remembrance of me. Each time we do anything that brings us back to where Christ is in our lives, should remind us, should be the remembering activity that assures us that we are never alone. Ezekiel stood in front of 496 priests and had the guts to tease them to poke fun at them, to poke fun at their God, because he knew he was never alone. The centurion believed. We can believe. Never. Never alone. Amen. We're going to sing America, 697. As we close this day. Would you stand with me?